I'm talking about. I had to get on Team House Velaryon. And guess what? This is not even like white like I want it to be, silver like I want it to be, but this is the best that I can do, okay? So yes, Driftmark up in here, high tide in here, and I just wanted to let you guys know that this is who I am for the night. I have the blood of old Valyria. My mother, she even taught me how to speak High Valyrian, okay? There you go. That means welcome. Come in. It's Miss K. Anyway, I'm going to stop playing around because I do want to get through this. This is, I, of course, will want to interact with you guys, but this is for the purposes of a recap. So I'm not trying to be here all night long and stuff like that. All right. So let's get into this episode. All right. So the episode starts off with Daemon, and he's coming to see his little girlfriend, William, you got me stuck. Keep it in the family, right? Like, I don't be keeping it in the family, all right? I don't mind going over to the Baratheons and stuff like that, I ain't keeping it in the family like that. That's why I got like salt and pepper, I think, because it's not all the way Velaryon, So anyway, as we know, King Viserys she was black because of her house in their what do we call that? I forgot what it's called. Oh, their armor is bronze, as you could see, right? So that's why he calls her Bronze B. She goes horse riding and she falls. Now, in the book, he's nowhere to be found. He's not there at the time of this accident, all right? But on the show, they made sure that Daemon came up and killed this woman, okay? But first of all, she was an idiot talking about I knew you wouldn't be able to finish. Like, girl, why? Why talk your trash? You know what I'm saying? If... I guess she wanted to die. I don't know. It was just weird to me that she decided to talk the trash, and that is that. All right. So Daemon, he showed up. I don't want to say he showed up to kill her, but that's what it looks like. And he was saying how she was ugly and stuff, but she didn't look ugly to me. Not at all, actually. And also, she let him know, like, yo, I heard about you. You said that the goats look better, right? The goats look better, the sheep look better, and all that stuff. So she pretty much, word has gotten back to her, and that's that. All right. Hey, Stan, court reporter. Yes, this is the House Velaryon. That's what I'm saying right now. What's up, Brillo? Come on in. Somebody gonna look good with silver gray hair? Oh. Thank you. If I let myself get that far in terms of like without dyeing my hair. Miss K is giving me storm. Yeah, I was thinking that too. Shello. I was thinking that too, that I was like, I don't know if I want to do storm, but it is what it is, So all right, guys. So before this guy Otto Hightower leaves, because the daughter, she did want to have a word with him. She's like, a word, this is her father at the end of the day. So she is sad that he's leaving. And he's like, listen, if you don't get this together and understand that there will be war if Rhaenyra ascends to the throne, you better cling to her and beg her or something like that. If you're not going to choose or prepare to get your son Aegon to take that throne, then at least cling to her and beg her, beg her for your life and stuff. So he's putting one last bug in her ear, and he tells her that the realm will not accept Rhaenyra as the heir. All right. And in order to strengthen her claim, Rhaenyra will kill Alicent's children. And, the crazy thing about this is that it's like he's telling her this, but he's the one that is undermining the whole plan of succession. That's the part that pisses me off about this. You're the one undermining the whole plan of succession because you want your own grandchild to be on the throne. Okay. So he says, make your choice. You know what I'm saying? And at this time, he's trying to make it seem like Rhaenyra is the one that will be ruthless. Rhaenyra is just trying to take the throne like her father said. That no, ain't nobody trying to do all that extra stuff. I mean, she did say she was going to create a new order, but that was that. All right, so this next scene, no, not this one. Okay, so we saw that the king and his new hand, which is Lord Lionel Strong, they make it to Driftmark, but this dude, he is nowhere, guys. Okay, he's nowhere to be found. And the daughter comes out, my cousin Lena. She comes out and she's like, "Oh, he's, we're gonna take you back to the what is it, the Hall of Nine, where he's resting or whatever, because they just came back from this trip or something." So it's just really not looking great. When a king comes, you are not supposed to be sitting and chilling in one of your halls. You're supposed to go greet him. Do y'all remember, if you watched Game of Thrones, how it was when they received Robert Baratheon? Like, they were all outside, the whole freaking castle lined up outside. Like, what the heck is going on? So yeah, poor Varys, no respect and all that. It's just terrible. Okay. So now we get this scene right here where I was so disgusted by this guy, and I see that I'm gonna hate him because I just don't understand his motives. To me, he must be someone that works for Otto Hightower, because I don't understand why he's being so conniving, and you could just hear it in his voice. Like, sometimes when somebody speaks to you, somebody like this guy, you got to understand, like, listen to his voice, listen that he's up to something, but at the same time, the stuff that he was saying to her, it was messing with her, because now she's over here thinking like, okay, did Rhaenyra tell me the truth? So this is the clubfoot dude. This is also Lionel Strong, the new hand. This is one of his sons. All right. And he's stirring the pot by telling Alicent that he heard that Rhaenyra was unwell, and that on the same night that her father was sent, well, relieved of his duties, basically the same night that her father was fired, King Viserys sent the maester into Rhaenyra's room with a tea and all of that. All right. So just a disgusting person, obviously stirring the pot. I want to know what's in it for this guy. What's in it for him? He really irks me. I hope he gets killed. I haven't read that far in the books if he's gonna get killed, but I hope he does, because I cannot stand people like this, these little finger people. I can't stand it at all. Okay, so now she's thinking, well, what the heck is, like, what's going on here? So she feels like she has to investigate. Okay, so now let me see. So now we have Corlys. Well, he was sitting on his little throne in his area, in his room, and finally Viserys meets with him. And now we have to remember that this whole time, guys, Viserys is sick. Okay, he could barely freaking move around, yet Corlys has this guy come to meet with him. I mean, and he doesn't even say anything about it. He doesn't even say, why did you have me come meet with you like this whole time? And I'm gonna tell you right now that if this was Lionel Strong is pretty good, because if this was Otto, he would have been on some, why did we have to come? You should have been out there waiting for the king and all this stuff, because you know how he is. Okay, so hey, Cinnamon. Thank you, Maxima 347. So they finally see each other, and King Viserys says, oh, let's join our houses, But first, before that, he's greeting them and stuff. Of course, when Corlys sees him, he walks up to him and he kneels. And I'm like, thank you, Corlys. I mean, come on now, bro. I know you're pissed at him, but still, he's still the king, right? So here comes Rhaenys. She comes up in there. That's my girl. I like her, even though we haven't seen too much from her so far. I really like her. And she tries to shake her cousin's hand, but like the hands, honey, some of them are gone. I think like one so far, a pinky's gone. I mean, stuff is really breaking off on this man's body. Okay, I made a point on Lamont's channel last Friday that I believe he has diabetes, which is causing him to have gangrene and all of that, and just body's parts falling off. All right, now he finally says, look, let's join our houses. First, let me rewind, okay, because this dude I'm sorry, Rhaenys was like, "Are you well?" And he said, "Very." Like, really, Viserys, like he's sweating and everything. Like he just looks. It's a hot mess. Okay, he was throwing up on the way there. It's just terrible. Thank you, LSW. So now he's like, "Listen, let's join our houses. I'm gonna propose a marriage. Your son Laenor to my daughter and heir." Okay, and Corlys, instead of being humble about the situation, I mean, he wasn't that bad. He wasn't going to take it like, "Oh, you're doing me such a favor." He was just on some like, "All right, well, I want to know what's the plan of succession, you know?" And Varys is like, duh, my daughter is the heir, so that means that your son will be king consort, and you know, their children will be heirs to the throne and all that. And then to push it, this dude Velaryon Corlys, my uncle, he want to push it. Okay, Uncle Corlys, he wants to push it, and he wants to be like, well, what's the last names and the tradition? Like, are their last names gonna be Velaryon? And he's like, really? Okay, so they could be called Velaryon, your children, but if they ascend to the Iron Throne, they have to take the name Targaryen because the dragons will rule from 100 years from now, just like they was ruling 100 years before that. Okay, so there you have that. Meanwhile, we got, and yes, please hit the like button. Thank you, LSW. So meanwhile, we got Rhaenyra outside talking to her betrothed Laenor, and she's like, "Listen, you know, if it would have been anybody, I'm glad that it's you, you know." And she's like, "I'm sorry that, you know, that it had to be this way or whatever." I don't remember everything verbatim, but the whole point is she letting it be known, like, I know I'm not your type, you know. And he's like, "I have nothing against you and stuff." And she said, "I'm, you know, not, don't mean it really like that. I mean, like, you know, so I like roast goose or whatever, whichever one, it was duck or goose or whatever." She said, "I like roast goose over turkey," or something like that. And he knew exactly what the heck she was talking about. And when he said it's not for lack of trying, I was thinking that he was saying, well, maybe he has tried to be with a woman before, but it just doesn't work, and it didn't work for him. Okay, so he is gay. He has a lover. His lover name is Joffrey. We'll talk about him a little more later. So she was like, "You know what?" He's like, "So what do you propose? Because, you know, you're on to something here. I hear you coming to some type of point." And she says, "You know, how about we do our duties, you know, each of us do our duties, and, you know, and dine as we see fit afterwards." Like, oh, snap. I like the whole little food comparison that she did, you know, the metaphors that she did with the food and stuff like that. All right. So he's all smiles, you know, he likes it. Anyway, so now we're go back inside the castle in Driftmark, and Rhaenys knows what's up with her son. Okay, like, because he was saying, you know, they're, "Do you think our son is happy and stuff, you know?" And she's like, "They know each other well, you know what I'm saying? That's not the issue over here." Okay, that's not the issue, because she over here thinking like our boy is gay. All right. And he's like, when Corlys was trying to act like he didn't understand, she's like, "You know his nature, okay?" And he's like, "Oh, well, he'll grow out of it." So he's in denial. Poor Uncle Corlys is in denial. Hey, support gaming. So he's in denial, right? But her main thing is, look, we are putting our son in danger. And he says, "Okay, you know, everything's gonna be okay. And what I really plan on doing is righting the wrong from when they took that crown from you or didn't let you have the crown and all of that stuff. We gonna right that wrong." And she's like, "I'm over that. I don't care. I never had the crown. Like, let's move on from that, okay?" But she's trying to warn him, "Listen, the knives are gonna come out. People are gonna come for our children. They're gonna come for her, and they're going to come for her husband, which is our son, and they're going to come for their children. Like, understand that a war is coming." Like, she is telling him a little different. It's not really different, because when she told Rhaenyra that, you know, the men of the realm will put it to the torch. They'll put the realm to the torch before they let a woman sit on the Iron Throne. You know, she's basically telling her husband the same thing, but in different words. Like, it's gonna be a war. It's gonna be some problems. Like, this ain't gonna be no easy. This ain't gonna be no cakewalk. Like, come on, Corlys, you are supposed to be the sea snake. You're supposed to know that stuff is it ain't coming that easy to nobody. Okay, so let's move on. Let me see what Naya says. Rainey's was like, he ain't growing out of nothing. Right, exactly. Hey, Troll Farm. He said he ain't going out of nothing. So those of you that are new, I mean not new, but you just came in. I am House Val. Listen, I have the blood of old Valeria. Okay, like they got black people up in Game of Thrones, and I am excited about it, and I am a part of the family. So, Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, producers and all that. Holla at your girl. I'm willing to be a part of the family. Okay. Yes. Anyway, one thing I want to say before I move on, I love these people's love. Okay. They seem like they really love each other. And I love that, because a lot of times with these shows, especially when they're betrothed to one another and they're not allowed to choose their spouse, sometimes it grows into love. But hey, look at now. This is love. He loves her. He down for her. Like, girl, I'm gonna get your crown, girl. or the grandkids is gonna have the crown. Anyway, I love it. So speaking of love, this man, she done put it on this man, okay? And now he wants to marry her. Like, let's go away from here to, what is it, Essos and all of that. And it was really, really sad because, she just totally she totally dissed the crap out of him, guys. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is not good. Okay, so he's basically bearing his soul to her. All right, run away with me, marry me for love, and you don't have to get married for the crown and all of this stuff. And he reminds her of the things that she told him when she was venting to him. Like, listen, now I'm presenting you with an opportunity. You don't have to get into none of this stuff, right? Because I love you. And don't you love me? I mean, it was just, I felt bad. So she says, she kind of, she shoots him down. She tells him that she is the crown, and that she would not trade infamy for a bushel of oranges or a ship on the freaking a ship to a shy. Okay, like that's not what we're doing. Okay, it's my duty to marry a noble man from a great house. And to me, that line was a little degrading, in my opinion. But she tells him, but listen, me and my betrothed, we have an understanding, and we'll be married, but we'll be able to do what we want to do. Okay. And so Criston was like, what? Like, so you think I'm supposed to be your little whore? Like, do you understand what the heck I did? I violated my vows. I thought that by marrying you, I was going to be able to clear my conscience. But I can't now, because you're over here telling me that you don't even want to marry me. So he already feels really terrible. I mean, she's just like, we can make this happen. And he walks away because she's trying to let him know, look, at the end of the day, the stuff that she was saying, he didn't understand. But she seems to be really holding strong to Aegon the Conqueror's prophecy and the things that her father was telling her and all of that. So she's taking that pretty seriously, it sounds like, but it's just, it's really sad. Yeah, he's not trying to be a side piece. Hey, Jay Tucker, he's not trying to be a side piece at all, but it's crazy because he wouldn't really be a side piece. He would be, but he wouldn't be. Like, technically, marriage-wise, he would be. But it's like there's no sex taking place between Laenor and her. So that's the thing. All right. So you might feel bad now. Believe me, he's going to get that back. You might feel bad now. Believe me, he's going to get that back. I don't know. I think he's crossed over, but we'll talk. We will definitely talk. She's going to fall in the arms of somebody else. Okay. Somebody else. And I hope I talk about it and remember what the heck I was going to say. All right. So Alicent, she summons Sir Criston Cole, guys. Okay. Because this dude Clubfoot putting that bug in her ear and everything. So now she want to ask questions and investigate, but she can't even spit it out all the way. Like, there was a rumor and all this. There was some moral violations or whatever the heck she said, however the heck she said it. And it was just on some like, girl, like, stop beating around the bush. And because she was beating around the bush, she never said Daemon Targaryen. She never mentioned names, but he knew, Criston Cole knew that she was talking about Rhaenyra. And he winds up blurting it out like, oh, it was me. I did it. I'm sorry. But she instigated it, but there's no excuse for that and all of that. So I was like, oh my gosh, are you freaking kidding me? When he said that, I was like, what? I couldn't believe he went there, y'all. So he's like, okay, you have compassion and stuff. So can you not gild me, just kill me quickly. I'm paraphrasing, guys. Kill me quickly. You know what I'm saying? Um, and at the end of the day, this really lets me know that he wanted to die after this because he felt so guilty. Like, sheesh, it's wonderful that he has such honor and he's a man of integrity, but my goodness, he couldn't deal with it. I mean, yeah, he couldn't deal with it. So now that this chick finds out that Rhaenyra done got it in with somebody of her choice, she mad because she get the old funky man with pus oozing out of his body and just like rotting skin and just deathly smells coming out of this man pumping on her. She's mad because her friend has this fine knight, honey, able to just give it to her. So she's upset. Okay, because my thing is, I'm saying all this because I don't understand. Like, why are you so mad? She lied to me. That's why she's so mad, because she got lied to. Or she, well, so what? Like, you didn't tell her you was spending so much time with her father, right? And that it was a strong possibility that you was gonna be the person to marry her dad. All right. So, girl, you're not so innocent. Please, girl, bye. Speaking of terrible bodies, I feel bad for him though, because he is really like, he's dying slow, guys. So a lot of people were wondering if he was gonna die in this episode. I mean, he done collapsed so many freaking times. I was like, is he gonna die? But then when I saw that Alicent, she wasn't pregnant again, she didn't have the baby, like, he's gonna be around to see these kids, guys. Okay. And so he has to see these kids, his other sons and stuff like that before he dies. And he has to see the rivalry of his wife and his daughter progress, and even between their children, guys. It even seeps over into the children, the bad blood and all that stuff. So he has to see all of that before he dies. So when we get to the next week's episode, it's fast forward to 10 years. So this man is still around, suffering, dying slowly. The Macers up in there talking about get the leeches. I'm like, leeches? Last week I had what you call it, the maggots on this man's finger. Now you're using leeches. I mean, this is totally disgusting. My gosh. Jay Tucker says somebody's putting stuff in his food. I mean, but the thing is, if they wanted to get rid of him like that, and if that is the case, then they should. Why didn't they make it quick? Like, this was seriously a slow death. This is crazy. Because look, if Otto Hightower was behind this, it would have been something quicker, I believe, because get rid of him, and then he could fill in. He could be the regent, king regent, or whatever you want to call it, king regent or whoever, the person that fills in for the king. So, hey, Tamika. All right. Now, I said that I thought he had diabetes, but he's a fat, in the book. He's the fat king. Let me see, because I remember I'd be ready to show y'all. I should have took the picture so y'all could see, because he is the fat freaking king, and he's just looking like he's drinking and he's married. That's what he looks like. He looks like he's a happy old king. But on here, he don't seem happy at all. But this is the thick old daggone book, y'all. I'm not gonna get into it. This is very thick. So anyway, whatever. We're gonna move on. But with this scene right here, he's asking Lord Strong. He wants to know, is he a good king, or is he gonna be remembered as a good king? And Lord Strong was like, yeah, you kept the realm strong, and you carried King Jaehaerys' legacy. Viserys tells Lord Strong that another lord would have told him that he would rise like Aegon the Conqueror, basically on some rise from the ashes crap, given the chance. But Lord Strong, he ain't like that. He's not like every other lord that's gonna tell the king what the heck he wants to hear, or tell him something that's going to advance himself. This is the crazy part about that, though, is that that clubfoot dude, grimy dude, troublemaking dude, is his son, and it's like they're playing on different sides, so I can't wait to find out like what's going on with this guy. Like why is he motivated to support the Green, okay, House Hightower? So if the words that are going across the screen, guys, the old, the true, and the brave, that's the words of House Velaryon, and your girl is a Velaryon tonight. Yo, the little girl, remember how much hair she had? Her hair was ridiculously crazy. Like, it was way too much. And then when I saw this, I was like, yeah, little girl. I mean, she had a lot of hair too, but this is, I think it's a little less, so it's okay. Anyway, let's move on. So look, they coming through deep. My gang is deep. Okay, high tide. They deep, guys. They coming to King's Landing. You see their sigil, which is a seahorse. You see two of them up on the dragon. I'm like, yes, this is so good. I love it. Hey Moochie says, hey everybody, hit the like button. Yes, please do. Moochie, since you just came into the building, do you want to close up, girl? Because we were talking about it and she was like, don't tell me, I want to be surprised. I'm a Velaryon. I look naked. Hold on. I'm not naked, guys. I have a shirt on. So that's just that. And I spoke some High Velaryon too, girl. You missed it. You're gonna have to go back and hear. All right, so they're at the pre-wedding feast, okay, and oh my gosh, so people are coming. You had Jason Lannister come up in there and say whatever he got to say with his stupid self and to just being jealous. All right, and then we also had a few other people come through. Now Daemon decided to crash the party, and I'm like, Viserys, what are you doing? Because in the conversation that he had with Lord Strong, he says, a part of me just wishes I would have been tested. And I'm like, bro, you be tested every single time by your brother. He tests you every single time and you don't do anything. I understand that's your brother, but you don't be doing really nothing, okay? You told him to leave. This ninja came on back. You were supposed to have your knights escort him the heck out, because the look on Viserys' face, this dude was not supposed to be there, okay? But it's like, okay, I'm going to behave in front of the guest. No, ain't no behaving in front of the guest. Okay, so now Viserys, he's trying to, have his little speech or whatever, because, oh my gosh, I think I forgot the picture of the Velaryons coming in. Oh my gosh. Oh, I hate that. I had a picture of them walking through. It was so, oh my gosh. First of all, when he was talking, they came through and I was like, this is so dope. And I hate when I do that. I hate when I have pictures ready. So all it is this right here. But I wish that, because I was going to show y'all without all the words. This is the thumbnail. But I love this whole scene, just them coming in deep like that. And like I said earlier, I was like, for Game of Thrones to have Black people on here and they're highborn, that is dope, y'all. Like, that's dope. That's big to me. I mean, whoever made this decision, it was great. I know some people are probably pissed about it, but who freaking cares? All right. Like, who cares? I love it. I really do. And it's just, you see more chocolate, different shades and all this silver hair. I'm like, this is so cool. I love it. So I thought this was the dopest entrance, the dopest part for me, which is why I said, listen, I got to come through and I got to represent too. Like, Velaryons are Black in this piece. Anyway, let's move on. Let me see if I can find where we were, because this is the part where he is saying his little speech and Alicent is nowhere to be found. Okay, guys, nowhere to be found. So in the middle of his speech, this chick decides that she wants to come through the door. Okay, and she is wearing a green freaking dress. So this is definitely showing us the beginning of the Blacks versus the Greens. Okay, and She's standing alone, and so this is really a statement from her. I don't really care about this chick. I'm team black, but the fact that she's kind of taking this bold stance, she feels alone, because remember when this dude Clubfoot tells her that the king gave her the tea, she feel like, oh, the king know about it too. So she's feeling like, okay, well, it's them against me. Then I see. I mean, well, what the heck does she want the king to do? That is his daughter, and he has named her the heir. That's that. Like, what do you want? Okay. There was no proof of anything that happened, but he sent a tea in case something did happen, which it did, but there was no proof. And look, it's just none of her business at the end of the day. It's none of her freaking business. But she wears this green dress coming in, all right. And I think Clubfoot says to his brother, oh, the king's gonna be pretty mad with her coming in, during his speech. She's interrupting her speech. I mean, she's interrupting his speech. Man, I wish the king was mad. Shoot, I wish, because let that have been King Henry the Eighth. She would not have came through that door. She would have been on time, okay, or it would have been off for her freaking head, okay. King Henry, listen, after King Henry the Eighth went through some of his wives, by the time the last wife came, she was scared to marry this man because he had a reputation for killing his wives. Okay, what is it? It's 6 wives, so it goes divorced, beheaded, died, divorced, beheaded, survived. So only 2 beheaded, but still, it doesn't matter. Okay, the one that he got, the 2 that he got a divorce with, honey, they made it out good, and then the last one, she survived because he died on her. Anyway, like I said, if King Viserys was a different kind of king, she would have been there before, and she wouldn't have came in all rudely with all eyes on her, declaring war, because that's basically what that is with that dress on, declaring war. And this little jerk on the right, Clubfoot, he's excited. This is that Littlefinger situation where how Littlefinger used to sit back and smirk and all of that stuff because he likes what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So he's saying to his brother, he's gonna be mad, but do you know what this means when the old town, the beacon, like hold on, let me find it, because I had to write it down because I didn't want to mess it up. Oh gosh, the beacon. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. I went through my stuff without really without like following it. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna have to just remember it because I know I wrote it down. Can't find it. That's crazy. This is very annoying. All right. So anyway, he said that the beacon on the high tower. Do you know what color it turns when they are calling their banners for war? When they call upon their banners. And the brother over there, I believe that's Larys Strong. The brother's like green, like he's all excited about it. This jerk on the right. And Harwin is just like, whatever, you're green, you know what I mean? So this chick done declared war, came through, and then gonna walk up to when she gets up to by the dinner table, she walks up to Rhaenyra and she's like, stepdaughter, congratulations, this is such a blessing for you, girl, bye. And listen, Rhaenyra, she must know what's up, because they was in there reading their little books and stuff. When we first meet them, they're over in there, the Godwoods, reading their books and stuff, and she's helping Rhaenyra study, and Rhaenyra knows stuff. She tried to act like she didn't know. Look, Rhaenyra probably knew that by wearing that freaking dress, this girl is declaring war. So she sees her uncle later on. Her uncle shows up as well. I forgot her uncle's name, but I don't care. This is Otto's brother. I'm talking about Alicent. Her uncle shows up. She's like, it's so good to see you, uncle. And he's like, well, just know Hightown is standing behind you and all of that. And keep them king. Yes, girl. I am my name is I don't even know what my name is going to be. Let me see. So I have my cousin. Her name is Lena, right? So my name is Kana. Kana Velaryon. That's my name. See, I didn't even realize what the heck the name. I had to come up with a daggone name, honey. It's Kana Velaryon. All right, that's my name. All right, now this dude right here to the left, Watch him. First of all, when I say watch him, I'm not talking about in a bad way. Watch the dude on the right, obviously, because he's a troublemaker. But his brother to the left is Harwin Strong. And when the chaos broke out, he was the one that scooped up Rhaenyra, honey. So him and Rhaenyra, they're gonna be somebody rocking, knocking your, you know what I'm strapped, the boots that strap all the way up. That take a month to get off when she was getting it in with Sir Criston. That's gonna be her new boo. Okay, getting it in. So love is on the horizon. I don't know if they're really going to be in love, but look, I'm interested to see how this is going to go, because if he's screwing Rhaenyra, okay, and this one over here is on Team Green because he's definitely sowing those seeds, how did that going to work out for the brothers? You know what I'm saying? Because if he's the one that's screwing Rhaenyra and possibly wind up getting her pregnant and stuff like that, then he got to be on the side of, you know, where his kids are, you know. But you listen, y'all saw on the trailer for next week, Alicent trying to call Rhaenyra out for having babies. We didn't hear exactly what she was talking about, but she was like, one kid coming out like that is, you know, it's whatever, but 3 children coming out like that. So to me, I'm thinking that one kid came out with black hair or something like that, or dark hair. You know, they got the silver hair. If me and my cousin Laner hook up, yeah, and we both have silver hair, like we're supposed to have silver haired babies. So if the babies are not coming out with the silver hair, it's a dead giveaway. I mean, hello, Rhaenyra, like why are we acting so freaking stupid? At least she could have tried to have sex with freaking Laner. Dag, man. At least you could have tried. You said you're going to do your duty, and then after that, you're going to dine however the heck you want to. All right, but every time that y'all needed to make an air, y'all should have came together, did what you had to do, and then that's that. Because come on now. If you're not having silver-haired babies, it's going to be so easy for people to know that these kids are not Laenor's kids. Okay? So that's that. So I want to see how that was all going to play out. Hey, Khadija A-Hall. Yes, thank you, my love. Just trying to have some fun tonight. So now we got them dancing. The festivities are moving along. So let me just remind you guys that the plan was for them to have like days worth of like pre-wedding feast. Okay. This was just the beginning. They was going to have more parties and more parties and more parties before they had this grand feast of a wedding. And honey, it did not happen like that. Okay. Because why? Game of Thrones, the weddings always got to freaking pop the heck off. All right. So while these folks are dancing, they're dancing and they make it through. It was cute and everything. That's his lover, Joffrey. And he's looking like he's jealous. And I'm like, Joffrey, Laenor already told you that she knows and they have an arrangement and everything's gonna be good. Why do you look like that? Why do you look like you're concerned or you're jealous? Like, this is ridiculous. So, you know, when he found out earlier scenes, he's like, you know, I always knew he was gonna have a wife, this and that. You know, he was dreading the day to come. And when he finds out that, you know, the girl Rhaenyra was down with, you know, some type of arrangement, he was like, oh, this is actually going to work out better than I expected it to. But now when he see them two dancing, he don't look like he could take it. And then he also figures out that Sir Criston Cole was the one that popped Rhaenyra's cherry, so to speak, because like I said, she was mounting a Negro, okay? Like she knew how to ride. Anyway, so he goes over and he talks to, okay, well, I don't want to jump, but okay, we're gonna wait because this is going on as well. Okay, this is another connection, another love connection that we got to look out for. Okay, this man wife done died, so now he free to marry whoever the heck he want, and she's attracted to him, and he's attracted to her, and all that stuff. Like, my cousin is ready, honey. Okay. Anyway, so now Joffrey is talking to Laenor, and he's like, you know, I know who her lover is, her paramour. And he says, who? Laenor's like, who? So he shows him, he not points over, but he shows him that it's Criston Cole. And it was just like, why couldn't you leave this thing alone? You know, sometimes I just don't understand people. Why couldn't you leave well enough alone? right? And then he says something about, I believe he's the one that got his night clothes soiled or something like that by the princess. And Laenor was like, shh, like, how you talking about that right here? So he's like, well, listen, you know her secret. I mean, she knows your secret, and now you know hers. And it was just like, you see how people come through and they play games? Listen, but y'all from Driftmark, you know what I'm saying? King's Landing, it's a whole nother beast. I understand that Driftmark, that's the gang. We got the silver hair and all of that and stuff. But honey, like, y'all probably more of a family and, over there. But over here, we got a whole bunch of stuff going on in King's Landing, and a lot of people that come to King's Landing that wasn't raised there, they come there to die. Okay, Ned Stark, freaking remember Roz? We could even go to lowborn folks, prostitutes and all that. Roz thought she was about to have a new life. I'm going to King's Landing, thinking she gonna have a bigger clientele, and freaking was used as human target practice for Joffrey. Speaking of Joffreys, all right. Joffreys don't tend to do well at weddings, okay, guys? Let's talk about that. They don't tend to do well at weddings because this Joffrey over here decides that he want to go and confront and talk to freaking Sir Criston Cole, who's already drowning and killing himself in guilt, okay? Killing himself because he wants to die at this point because the girl done put it on him and freaking shot him down. All right, I'm not giving up my crown. I'm sorry, but me and you, I still want you to be my white knight. All right. He was like, what are you doing here? Like, speak your piece. I'm on duty. I'm on guard or whatever. What do you want? So he's letting him know that, I know your secret, basically we need to keep their secrets. And it was just so stupid. It was dumb of him. And he got his behind murked for it. Okay. But anyway, we're going to get back to that. So this scene right here had me very annoyed. All right. Because there's a rumor that was going around. I guess the rumor didn't get to like the whole realm, because for these two to be so close onto each other, like like all of this, like, first of all, they really get on my nerves every time when they get together and they speak High Valyrian. Okay, fine. Maybe it's because most times they saying stuff they're not supposed to be saying to each other and all that good stuff, right? And she's like, take me back to your castle, marry me, do this, do that. Like she's trying to I don't know, provoke him to see what he's gonna do or whatever. Like, girl, you already know it's too late, so just stop. Okay, this is freaking disgusting. And they're doing it right in front of everybody, just all up on each other, all in each other's face. And it's like, wow, the nerve. Like, there was just a rumor about y'all, and here it is. But I guess the rumor was concealed. It didn't get out to the public, right? But still, though, like, you're betrothed. This is your, pre-wedding feast. Why you all up in your uncle's face when people know that Targaryens get it in together? It's not a good look. So Viserys is looking like, what the heck is going on here? Looking like he's about to get upset. And I would hope he would have did something, but I doubt that he would have, okay? But it's like before he had an outburst or before he said something or had something done, there was an outburst. There was a commotion, not an outburst. There was a freaking commotion going on. And we don't know what the heck is happening. And all I know is that we get Rhaenyra coming through yelling Laenor, like she's trying to call him and all this stuff. And the next thing you know, we got Sir Criston Cole beating the freaking crap out of Joffrey. I mean, terrible. So first of all, this is not an actual wedding, guys. But it's still safe to say the good things don't go well at weddings. I mean, this you know what it is? I think like they can say that it's part of the wedding because, like I said, Viserys' plan was for it to be like a serious, long, drawn out type of festivity, and unfortunately it didn't work out for old Joffrey, just like it didn't work out 100 and some years later for King Joffrey at his wedding, the purple wedding, where somebody slipped him the daggone strangler poison and choked him to freak out because he earned his death. Just like Nia said, this Joffrey over here earned his death. Okay, like, mind your business. Don't do that. This is King's Landing, where weddings do not work out, honey. Forget that. This is Westeros, where weddings do not work out, okay? Because when Robb Stark was killed, it was not no freaking King's Landing. That was over there in the Twins with freaking Walder Frey and everything. So that's in Westeros. You know what I'm saying? They said that a Dothraki wedding is a dull affair if they don't at least have 3 deaths, okay? So yeah, body counts have to be involved when it comes to weddings in Westeros. All right. So this girl, Kana Velaryon, I'm not really trying to get married. Like maybe if I go to like Bravos or something like that, because I ain't trying to get married around none of these parts. But that's just my character. Anyway, so this is very sad though for him. And I mean, did y'all see his eye? Like he beat him to death. I guess he must have pierced him with his armor or something like that, because his eye looked like it was missing. It was disgusting, so it was really disgusting. And then what made it worse was that King Viserys was like, you know what, we not doing this. What we're not gonna do is have something crazy happen at another feast. The plan that I made, we're not going to do this, because people in this realm are just out of control. So what we going to do, we're going to have a shotgun wedding. And they had the wedding right there while the pool of blood was a few feet away. The freaking rat is over there licking it up. And I'm like, is this like some type of foreshadowing? Because it really does seem like it. Like this little union or whatever the heck is going on, it's going to bring a lot of blood. Obviously it is, we already know it. But I was trying to figure out, this is my own little scratch in my head moment, guys. I was trying to figure out why this situation was happening, because like Viserys did nothing. I'm the king and there's chaos breaking out at a wedding that I'm throwing for my daughter, and nobody's doing anything. People just standing around. Like, where are your people? Where are the gold cloaks? Where are the guards? What the heck is going on? Where is the order? I just could not believe it. I could not understand it. I would be like, line these mother lovers up, because it's going to be some off with their heads. That's why I'm glad I'm not born into royalty, because I just wouldn't want to have that option to where I would have to line folks up and just be like chopping heads off. I just really wouldn't want to be able to have that kind of power, because it's almost like that's what you got to do. You got to be like that kind of person. Because look at this. These people are not afraid of this man, which is why this whole thing went on. And poor Viserys, man, he sees that he is not like this strong king, and it's just ridiculous. So back to this part, this little shotgun wedding scene where his lover's blood is just a few feet away. I mean, they couldn't even clean up the freaking blood. Really? Come on. Yeah, Moochie said his face looked like chopped meat. It looked disgusting. I didn't even want to see it, girl. I was like, wow, are they serious right now? So he's in tears. Like, I mean, he has that shaky voice, like he's crying. He's trying to say his vows through, like, that tear. You know how when somebody's crying, that voice, he's trying to say it through the tears. And she feels bad for him. She's looking at him with pity, like, she with sorrow, not pity like that, but she's looking at him like she feels bad. Like, man, this is a terrible thing for him, but meanwhile, this dude over here, he trying to kill himself, because look, like I said, he wanted to die already. Like, even he was accepting the fact that he may die when he confessed to Alicent. So he was ready, because he is really beating himself up over this situation. Okay, so that's that. But then here comes Queen Alicent, and she saves him. And I feel like this moment right here, where she stops him from killing himself, would be the reason why he joins Team Green. Okay, they are done. Him and Rhaenyra are done. She freaking dissed him. It's over. Now we need to look out for her and Harwin. All right. Remember when she came through with that board with all the blood on her, and there was a dude that was looking at her like, wow, he was smiling and stuff, like, oh shoot, what the heck is going on here? That's Harwin, and that is somebody that might be her future baby father. Okay, So be on the lookout. We're gonna see some stuff, y'all. All right, this is how the episode ends. Oh, and the king collapsed after the wedding, guys. He freaking collapsed once again. He collapses. There was something that I wanted to say. And I hope I mentioned it because somebody said something in the chat, and I was saying I hope that I say what I have to say, and I hope I covered it. But that's about that, guys. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Let me see if I can see what Moochie was saying. Yeah, Cinnamon said she couldn't look at his face. Cinnamon also says that they're going to create a partnership. I guess she's talking about Alicent and this dude, freaking cutie face. Thank you, Montana. Have a blessed one. Thank you so much for coming. The queen she's gonna get pregnant by him. Watch, the queen is gonna get pregnant by him. Yeah, you talking about Harwin, right? Yeah, she's gonna get pregnant by him. He scooped her up. Listen, while her white knight is supposed to be protecting her, he was beating the crap out of Joffrey instead of protecting her. So Harwin went and grabbed her up because listen, Harwin was probably already attracted to her from that time when she came through with that blood on her from hunting that boar. Like, ooh, Princess Rhaenyra is on something different. I think I want to get me some of that dragon stuff. King. Muchilla said, just show how weak he is. Exactly. Like, you got all of this stuff going on. You ain't got... Really? I mean, oh, gosh. I can't. That could never be Jon Snow. Oh, there was something that Moochie said. His face. Oh, Twitter is calling it a white wedding. Wow. So when I share this, I'm gonna have to put hashtag white wedding. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Greta says she loves the wig. Thank you. I'm Kana Velaryon. Let me show y'all. Let me spell my name out before y'all leave. I just want to show you guys. This is how I'm gonna spell my name. Kana Velaryon. I was speaking Velaryon, guys, earlier, okay? This is what I am. Matter of fact, let me hold on. Okie dokie, there we go. This is my name, my loves. And this is how I would spell it because this is exactly how they be spelling stuff in Game of Thrones, okay? That's how they do. That's how they do. So, thank you so much for joining me. This is Lady Kana Velaryon. I shall see you in the next video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. Till next time, take care of yourselves. And I'm going to be like Jerry Springer this time and say, take care of yourselves and each other. Love you guys so much. Blessings, blessings, blessings. And Moochie, I'm about to call you, girl. Love you all. Take care. Good night.